Welcome back, everyone, to the Complete Pineleaf, where last time we managed to witness the fall of some of our worst enemies in the Tower of Minas Morgul, but now we still have one little matter left. What about that key that Gothmog gave us? And can Gandalf shed any light about it?
I see the matter of the broken key has captured your interest.
That key has captured your interest, as it has mine. I have studied it closely, but that examination revealed no distinguishing marks upon its surface, and no clue as to its origin. The top of the key appears to have been broken off, but several teeth remain. Not enough to match the key with a partner lock, however, and unlikely to open it should we chance upon the correct one. Oh, a pity. I will give it back to you, with the hope that you may find someone who knows about this key, or others like it. I've been thinking about Gothmog's words. He said that he was given this key by a Morgul slave, and it would unlock a weapon that could not be overcome. I can't imagine what this weapon might be, but we must not let it fall into the hands of evil. And there's another thing, Pineleaf. I get the sense that Gothmog himself did not know what this key might unlock. If he knew the location of such a weapon, would he not claim it at once? But he told you that he searched in vain? There's something peculiar about this. Good luck, friend. Good luck in finding it. Well, now I just need to find someone who knows something about this key. Where to go after Gandalf tells you to find some clue about it is one of the tricky bits around here. I don't know how long it took me to figure out to come here the first time I ran this quest, but of course this is where we found the black book, so perhaps this is where we find a clue concerning the key. I'm trying to think, was there something about a key in this particular item? I guess we'll have to figure that out at some point.
What a surprise, my friend.
I didn't expect to see you again, my friend, and because we are so close, I'll forgive your unheralded intrusion into my home. Just a jest, a jest. You're welcome here at any time. How goes the examination of the Black Book written by my thrice-great-grandfather Voane? Do not forget that it belongs to me, and if it proves valuable, I would welcome payment equivalent to its value. When we first discovered this place, it frightened me, but I have found myself coming here more and more often. I find that the aura here calms and relaxes me. It is not so for Lord Nine. He is still not happy about this chamber, but it is so old, and my claim to this home and my forebears is so clear that he dares not do anything about it. For that the Lord of the Iron Hills has my respect, and the stillness of my tongue. Many other stories I might tell of him were it otherwise. True tales all, though he might not agree with that. So everyone is happy. But why are you here? A broken key? You know something? I think I've seen this shape before. I can't be certain, but it is worth a try. It will take me some time to dig it out again, but if you go to the metalworks of Yarnfast, I will meet you once I find it. Wait for me by the forges at the lower level of Yarnfast, Pineleaf. There you will find the best and the fastest of Yarnfast metalworkers. Yarnfast metalworkers. He's got an idea. These appear to be the best and fastest metalworkers in Yarnfast.
Yes, what can I do for you?
You mean that you don't know what I can do for you? Oh, you're waiting for someone. Heel Tail Spinner? This suddenly makes a great deal of sense. That Joruka? What? Oh. Speaking of Joruka,
I found it.
when I was cleaning out my father's home, I chanced upon this mold and a small locked box. I thought little of these artifacts and put them away with the rest of the odds and ends. But look at this. Hugh holds out a small casting mold with a hollow in the shape of a key. The broken key given to you by Gothmog rests comfortably within the indentation. Using this mold, the metalworkers here could fashion a duplicate of this key, and I warrant it will unlock the box I found, for I am no Joruka. Give the mold and these instructions to this fine dwarf, and once the key is forged, I will meet you back in the hidden chamber. Also, he's willing to make a key for me, but apparently he's reluctant to do it for the Joruka. It's interesting, especially when you consider that the Joruka handed the stuff to me right in front of me.
This should not take long.
I'll have a new key forged for you in just a short while. Alright. What? 5 minutes? I suppose that by real world standards, 5 minutes to forge a key is actually pretty swift. Especially considering that it involves molds and the like. Time for everything set.
Here you go. May this key unlock whatever it is you seek to unlock.
If the container be that of Joruka make, perhaps it is better for me to hope that this key will properly lock it away and rid us of whatever madness Hugh Tailspinner weaves now. Yeah. I can understand now why Keel decided to have me actually present the item to be forged there. Here you go. 1 key.
The key is forged.
Let us see if this key opens the box that I found in the same place as the mold. I assumed that the box belonged to my mother and contained her decorative jewels, but perhaps it is not so. I have to set it on the table there. Oh, you have set it on the table there. Alright. Now, here we go. The key clicks in the lock. Inside the box you find a small shard of glass and nothing else. A shard of glass.
A shard of glass, no more than a hand's breadth in size. This is the treasure?
I don't know what I expected, Pineleaf, but I expected more than a single shard of glass. It seems quite ordinary. Why would anyone lock this away and then break the key? You told me that you acquainted with Gandalf the Wizard, right? Perhaps he'll know what to make of the broken glass. If there is anything to make of it, well, he's certainly probably interested in what that key unlocked. I fear that you will be wasting your time, but if you think that Gandalf will not mind it if you ask him anyway, well, where is he gone? I think he went to the Bjorninghoost. The Bjorninghoost. Well, good luck. Yes, good luck. Alright, back to Gandalf. Gandalf, I found the box that the key opens.
Did you learn anything about the broken key given to you by Gothmog?
The bones of Isildur have come part of the way, but I've traveled ahead of the wagon to once again test Grimbjorn's hospitality. He's prone to grumbling, but the meals he serves are without compare on this side of the Misty Mountains. Did you learn anything about the broken key given to you by Gothmog? A broken piece of glass? This does not appear to be a weapon of any kind. Is it possible that Gothmog's key might have unlocked more than one container? Unless... Ooh. The glass is cloudy, as if it contains something which obscures my vision. It moves from side to side as I stare at it, almost like... Ah! Gandalf clutches the black book hanging from his belt. He flips it open and peers through the shard of the glass at one weathered page. There is hidden writing here, Pineleaf. It is as I suspected from the very outset. I didn't think that we could find the means to reveal it, but you have done so. Ooh?
There is a moving radiance held within this glass. It reminds me of something.
This movement of this glass reminds me of something. The rotating beacon atop Barad Curon, Tower of the Crescent Moon in Minas Morgul. Is this shard of glass from the beacon of the tower's topmost chamber? You have seen moon letters before, and so have I. Can it be that Voin wrote these secret words in the light of the beacon, knowing that they could only be revealed by the same light? But what did he seek to hide? Did Voin record the location of the weapon sought by Gothmog? We must read the secret writing in the black book, Pineleaf. Let me know when you are ready to go. What, back to the tower?
What secrets did Voin hide within these holes of memory? Let us now discover them, my friend.
I believe that this will be our last delve into the words of our distant friend Voin. Yes, I say friend, for though the tome he left us comes from Mordor, and he bears the sigil of Sauron upon its cover, I have detected a little malice in the part of the Jolruka who wrote it. He has expanded our knowledge of the past, and for that I call him a friend. The shard of glass that reveals a hidden writing that speaks of Mordor. That is where Voin picks up the tale, and that is where we should follow in the halls of memory. What further secrets might we uncover here? It seems the dwarf went to Mordor in search of Eärnur. Well, interesting. Guess we go this way through the pages. Ah, to Mordor I went then, seeking words of my vanished friend. My mind wandered on the hard journey. I remembered our adventures together, and they brought a smile to my face even in the dark land. But there were other memories too, and regrets, and those were less welcome. He had just become king of Gondor, and the crown was an ill fit. The taunts of the Witch King at Fornost ate away at him. If my horse had not bolted, he often began, but one of us was always there to keep him from dwelling upon it. If Moguldir had lived, his words might have kept Eärnur from going to Minas Morgul, but Moguldir was dead, and would never return from Durthang. Could I have stopped him? This is the thought that comes back to me again and again as I write these passages in the dim light of the accursed beacon. He had just become king, and I trusted that his knights will keep him safe. Gondor was no lad for Jolruka, and I had deeds of my own to perform. I remember his words to me before I returned to the northern mountains. Go find your city, Voin. Go find the far Gothol. I embraced him then, and bid him farewell. I will, I told him. Good, he responded. Perhaps then you will stop talking about it morning and evening. 7 years after that parting, I learned from travelers upon the road that King Eärnur went to Imlad Morgul with a band of knights, and vanished. I set out at sunrise the following morning, bid farewell to my wife, and resolved to find Erner. I will find you, my friend. Alright? You will find him. But what is found here, we'll have to find out deeper into the memories. Alright? Here we are. After many months, Gandalf reads, at last I found him. Oh, here we are with Voin and with Erner. In a tower within Mordor. Certainly not a pleasant place. It was in the city of Minas Morgul that I came to live, hiding in plain sight amongst the other wicked dwarves that served the orcs and their foul masters. It was unpleasant work and cruel, but every disagreeable task elevated my position in the city and brought me nearer to my goal. Other dwarves claim the Joruka have no patience. I proved them all wrong, and I was rewarded. In time the bosses gave me a new post, steward of the chambers within the tower atop the city. Ooh. It was there that at last I found Erner, and the few of his knights that yet survived. Is this what passes for comfort in the lands of the south? I should think you would do better than this, Erner. I still see that you have that sword, which makes you more guest than a prisoner. You should have asked for better accommodations, I think. It's good to see you again, Voin. But you should not have come here. That goes double for you. You never did have much sense. No, I suppose not. Well, take one last look around to remember the place. Then we'll be away. He's not moving. Why don't you follow? I cannot leave. He has barred the way with cruel enchantments. Huh? There is only one means to escape, and I will not take it. But I spent 5 years in service of you. I will not leave alone. Oh, in search of you, yes. The Lord of the Nazgul will know if I pass beyond the threshold. He will reclaim me and slay you, or worse. I will not bring either of those fates upon you. You were always the most stubborn of my friends, Erner. Well, I guess we'll have to go with that. So, what is this escape he claims to allow? Using dark arts, he drained the humanity from several of my knights. They were transformed into the Kargul, raids of evil that exist only to serve him. That's a sad fate. Death would be better. So thought Kaltur, but he did not have the chance. He was the first to be changed. Our other friends remain in the dungeons. Poor Kaltur. I will see what I can find out, or if the others might be freed. Is that the fate the Nazgul plans for you two, then? No. He allows me to keep my sword, for it figures into his plan. He wants me to despair, to abandon all hope of a free life. In the last moment, he wishes for me to fall upon my own blade. Only when Orthidel drinks my blood will he allow me to die and escape him. It sounds like a trick to me. I am no scholar, but he must have woven some enchantment around the blade. Letting it taste your blood will likely bind you to him in a more unpleasant fashion. I have resisted for these many years, but it becomes more and more difficult with each passing day. He is patient. This is the only victory that will satisfy him. He's willing to wait. Time was no friend of ours, Gandalf reads aloud. Yes. Certainly no friend of ours. So that is the tricky thing on here. The sword. The sword of the elf that Gothmog took, or I should say Eirnir took, that is the only sword that can kill Gothmog, or I should say Eirnir, and he won't be allowed to die until it has drank his blood. So the question is, in what way did that finally happen? We will have to find that out in the next episode of The Complete Pineleaf.